Stage 7. World's Strongest Robots. Good, we seem to have succeeded in coming back to the present. We were involved in such an unbelievable situation. I wonder what happened when we left. Let's go and find out. What in tarnation? Astro, where have you been these last 5 years? I thought you were gone for good. Zoran, did you just say 5 years? I am Pluto, Shadow's prime servant. Follow me, Astro. Shadow is waiting for you. Shadow? Who is that? Astro, they may be a trap. Be careful. Don't worry, Zoran is a friend. I wouldn't let any harm come to her brother. Pluto is very strong. He's been fighting to help robots for the past 5 years. Let's go and see him then. Welcome, my name is Shadow. It is truly an honor to meet you, Astro. In our eyes, you are a legendary hero. Can you tell me what's happened while I was gone? War. A war between humans and robots. Ever since the President Rag assassination, the world has fallen into conflict. If we use our powers now, we won't need to worry about the humans. During the 5 years when you were gone, we've managed to rally our forces, and our victory is certain. However, 80% of the world is destroyed, and there's little space to live in. It really isn't that big of a deal when you consider that we're so close to victory. Now, let me introduce you to my royal servants, the world's strongest robots. Norf, he can defend against any attack with his 6 arms. Denku, his optical camouflage renders him invisible to any sensors. Brutus, he knocks over enemies by transforming into a solid steel ball. Epsilon, able to move freely in water, he can also control animals. Pluto, our fiercest fighter. Astro, please work with us and help us control the world. We'll enslave the humans and create a paradise for robots. How can you say such horrible things? I'm shocked by your vile words. Yeah, you've got a problem with Shadow's plans? Well, I guess that means that we're forced to take you out. Let's see. Let's show you the power of the world's strongest robots. How do you do, Astro? I am Norf. I've longed to fight with you. Can you dodge these 6 arms? So, this guy's actually pretty annoying. What you have to do is you have to hit him and then immediately use your laser. I did it a little bit late there, which is why he does that move there. Because whenever you try and punch him, he just blocks it with his arms. There's not really anything that you can do. And then if you try and use your laser, for example, because you're thinking like, alright, well, you can't block the laser with your hands, he'll actually go ahead and counter it and smash you up with all of his arms. So, what you gotta do is you gotta punch real quickly and then spam your laser. And then he goes into the second phase where he actually goes out on the offensive. Which is actually really not difficult whatsoever. Quite honestly, I feel like the first stage, or the first mode, whatever you want to call it, took me a much harder time to actually take down rather than this form, which I can, take down pretty easily just because he's not really that difficult. He doesn't do as much damage as some of the other guys that you'll soon see. So, down goes Norf, who we managed to add into our Omega Factor here. I'm going to go ahead and power up Laser, and punch this entire run. Or rather, this entire stage, I should say. Because as you can probably guess, we're going to end up fighting all of those robots in a row. And they're all each going to give us their Omega Factor. So, we're going to end up maxing out all of our punch and laser. I'm Denku. Let's play. This guy's pretty annoying. You got to chase him around. You beat him up. And then after that, he goes ahead and uses Octic Camouflage here. And drops a bunch of belt bombs, which are really weird. I don't know why they're belt shaped. But once you punch these like core things, he's no longer invisible. So you kind of just chase him after that and just beat the fuck out of him. Which isn't really too hard. It's only later on afterwards where he gets really, really fast. And it's pretty annoying, but it's kind of annoying to not know where he is. Because at first I thought you had to like kind of guess, given from where his bombs are being placed, where he is and then punch him, even though he's invisible. But nope, you gotta actually disable his invincibility. So you can destroy all these cores and then you'll be able to actually see him. I also thought maybe if I had high sensors I would be able to see him by default, but I don't know. I really don't. I didn't invest in sensors because obviously. So we'll have to find out maybe some other time whether or not that would really matter. It's nice to do that nice little combo. You get the 3 hits, and then you can blast them with your laser. That will give you a shit ton of damage. Because then otherwise, I'd have to go through this quite a couple of times. So let's see. There's also this one up here. I think for the last one, you gotta destroy all of them, or you gotta make sure you get this top one here. It's one of the two. The couple of tries that I did it was either with that or this, because obviously I replayed this, or I played this level before just to get a feel for it. It's a good thing I did, because it's all boss fights. Otherwise, going through this the first time around would have been a nightmare. But yeah, this one's really annoying because the bombs explode extremely quickly, and Denku here, or Denkao, I don't really know. He's extremely fast here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use my laser to catch up to him there. It's cool that I keep getting hit with all my enemies at that point. But for this, we're gonna max out our lasers, and then with that, we're gonna get teleported up and take on the 3rd level, who's going to be what is your name? Well, Astro, I'm impressed with your strength, but can you handle the power of Brutance? Yeah, this guy's not too hard. He was pretty difficult at first, but the cool thing is that he has a nice little give, or not a give, a tell. So he has that little blue orb in his stomach. Whenever that's open, that means you can attack him. But whenever it's closed, that means he's going to go for an attack, as you can see there. So it's nice because it lets you read out his moves. And his moves aren't really that hard to dodge, really. You kind of just jet through all of them, go around, and then hit them, which is nice. Like, I don't mind bosses that, like I've said before, I was complaining a lot about bosses because I really like the bosses where you can attack them and, you know, part of their body gets damaged so they can't use certain attacks. I really like that mechanic a lot because I feel like it's really cool and it lets you go through the boss however you'd like, rather than usually how it is where it's a specific strict format that you have to go ahead and take on a boss. That's probably why sometimes I like bosses that like these that are a bit random in their patterns. They don't use the same pattern all the time, as in like they don't have stages. I hate bosses that have stages because I feel like that's kind of dumb. Unless it falls in line with the game or the story in some sort of way, like, you know, they're get a powered up state or something like that, or, you know, they find out how to get a lot stronger or something like that. You know, as long as it's not just, oh, you've hurt me, let me go into my next stage. Like, I just find that kind of lame. But this I kind of like because it's random, so it's not always the same attacks, so you kind of gotta watch out for it. So it has that nice little feature of not being completely monotonous, but at the same time he has a nice tell, so you can actually dodge it. It's not like some Mega Man games where it'll just throw out random attacks, and you gotta kind of get lucky, I feel, to actually be able to dodge them. But then again, I'm also not very good at Mega Man, which is probably why I feel that way. But yeah, the fact that he has a nice tell, and he's pretty slow, so I guess otherwise, I mean, I don't know. If he didn't have that tell, it would have been really hard to know, because most of his attacks are pretty different in terms of dodging. Like the ball here, you gotta make sure you fly through it, and then later on he goes around the stage, so you gotta make sure your position's better. When he starts shooting lasers at you, you gotta make sure you go behind him. When he does that weird egg ball looking thing, you can dash through it, but you can also just fucking walk right past it, which is nice. It's also nice that he mixes things up by combining his attacks or his phases, or however you want to call it. So he'll go from the ball straight into the egg, which is pretty cool. So he'll go egg here, and then immediately go into laser, I guess. Oh, nice. I haven't seen that combination yet. But either way, he's a really easy boss fight. Probably should have switched him and Denku. Feel like he was a little bit tougher. Well, maybe not. But either way, we're going to get Bruntis here. We've already leveled up our punch, so we're going to go, or rather, our laser to the max. So we're going to level up our punch here. We're going to go on up to stage 4, or level 4, which is the worst one in my opinion. I'm Epsilon. Can you beat me in the water? The reason I don't like Epsilon is because of two things. One, these things aren't really that big of a deal. They're kind of just a nuisance, if anything. But the main thing is this dumbass laser, which we're going to see come into play later on. So it shoots everywhere. The thing is that it doesn't give you any hit stun. So if you're caught in a laser, it just completely shreds through your health. Like, to the point where, like, it just demolishes it completely. Like, I remember I was fighting him, And then like I was fighting him, whatever, I got hit with the laser a couple times, but I didn't notice. And I was like, oh cool, I'm dodging the laser, and he gets shot right in the fucking face here. Fuck him. But yeah, I was dodging lasers thinking, and then I'm like, wow, I dodged all those lasers, nice. He doesn't seem that hard. But then I look at my health and I'm like, holy shit, I have 0 health. So you kind of gotta just walk through these and then jet the other way and then do the same thing. I keep getting hit mildly. Look at that. I got hit for like maybe half a millisecond. No, like half a second. And then I automatically got fucked with all my health. I was trying to actually use shot there, but I fucked up. But it's fine because it worked out in the end. Let's go ahead and now use laser again because fuck this guy. The only reason I hate him is because of this giant whale also. He just comes out of nowhere. And the dolphins also. Like, all of these things I don't really know how to get to the pass. But thankfully our laser's to the max so he can get cut through just like butter. That gives us Epsilon for our Omega Factor. We're going to go ahead and max out, or attempt to continue maxing out our punch. And then now we're in the final stage, level 5. So you've made it, Astro. I don't want to fight you. Zoran would be sad regardless of the outcome. Fighting was all I ever knew, and then Zoran taught me that there's more to life. I don't want to see Zoran mad. Everything will work out fine if you join us. It's not too late to change. Please join us and become a member of the world's strongest warriors, or robots. No, I cannot do that. I see. Then I have nothing more to say to you. I am Pluto, a natural-born fighter. I hold nothing back and show no mercies on my opponents. Pluto's a hell of a monster. So he has a lot of different attacks. So he has that thing there where he just throws lasers on the ground, and then basically an explosion path follows him. He can fly up, do the spin attack, which is really annoying. He has this horn attack whenever you get too close to him. He has these lasers, which are rather these missiles, which are extremely annoying. But then he has a second laser. He has those lasers, which aren't too bad because he did a dodge. He has that annoying move, which sucks you in. But this is the move that I'm talking about. This is why I said we're gonna end up seeing Ellipsion's laser later on, because it's the same concept. These lasers, if they hit you, they just completely destroy your health. Look at that. It hit me for like another millisecond and all my health is gone. And he loves using it. But all you really gotta do is just fly onto the other side of him, and then you can hit him or you can fly back to the other side. It's really not that hard to dodge, but it's just obnoxious that it literally just shreds through you otherwise if you don't dodge it, which I don't like, and I ran right into it. This run is actually pretty good because I actually this is my second attempt at going through Pluto. I'll give you a heads up here. This one I actually don't make it through it and beat him, but I got so damn close to beating him that I just felt like keeping it in. You can see here I actually did really well. I'm able to read his attacks quite well and get through everything really easily. Because I mean, first time around he actually was extremely difficult for me because I didn't know how to get through any of his attacks. But thankfully, after basically I guess trial and error, I kind of figured out how to dodge all his attacks. Because like I said, for these lasers, you just gotta shoot, or rather fly right past him. And then stay on the other side and just make sure you didn't get hit when they follow you around. For that, you just gotta hold the opposite direction. The missiles is the only thing that it's really hard for me to dodge. You gotta kind of position yourself perfectly to hit him with all your lasers, with all of the your super laser, because then you can destroy all the missiles. But you gotta be in a very specific spot. When he flies around, obviously you can just go right under him. And then the explosions, those are really easy to get through as well, because all you have to do is just get right in front of him. Because when you're right in front of him, I unfortunately missed there, only got to hit him a little bit. When you're right in front of him, the lasers stop short right at his feet, which is good. So all you really got to do is worry about these missiles. You can use your shot to get through them, but you kind of want to use your shot, or rather you don't want to waste your special on your shot, just because it's really not going to do a lot of damage to Pluto here. And you can see here I am fucking him up. I managed to do so much damage and really not get hit too much, and I got to the point where he was basically done after one hit. I decided to use the shot here, but unfortunately he had another stack of missiles coming out, and the shot freezes him, so I had to end up wasting it. But you know, he has like no health left. I managed to make it over to the next side, beat the crap out of him, and then get hit with the lasers because I was stuck in the punch combo and got obliterated. But either way, this is actually the last boss of the game. I actually didn't see this coming. This game has been really weird. It started off with, you know, you waking up as Astro, saving some little girl, and then fighting up some guy that wants to, you know, fight you. It's your rival robot buddy. And then after that, you fight him again, and you find out he's actually the son of, or rather, he has the body of the son of some important guy. So you're actually, you end up fighting him, and you find that out about him, and he's also half human, half robot. And then things go and take a weird turn because you go back in time. You find out that there's two President Rags, like there's a robot, and you go back in time, and then you come back in time, and it's the end of the world already, and then now you gotta fight all these robots. It's a real big trip. It works out in the end because, like I've said before, this game plays around with time travel. So obviously you went back in time, so you created sort of a time paradox, or maybe not time paradox, but multiple timelines. Specifically, like for example, the fact that when you first meet Moo knows who you are. You don't know who he is, and you go back in time, you meet Moo for the second time, quote unquote. Moo has no idea who you are, but Astro does. So now, there's going to be actually a second playthrough of this game that I'm going to have to go through to get the actual ending. And the good thing about it is I get to keep all my stuff going through it, so it'll be a bit of a breeze. It'll be a bit of an abridged series, because I'll probably only keep the parts that are actually different. But like that, we've taken down Pluto. I mean, combat-wise, he was a pretty tough final boss, but he doesn't really have that final boss kind of feel. Don't know what that really relates to in good points, but either way, we're gonna get Pluto for our Omega Factor, and he's gonna help us max out our punch, which is good because we'll need that when we go through the level, the world next time. You were magnificent. I wish I could have met you under different circumstances. Pluto, please tell Zora that Pluto died with dignity. Pluto! Impressive. So you've defeated Pluto too. Shadow, you've paid what you've done. Well, I think it's time for this little charade to be over. It's time for you to see who you're really dealing with. You're Sharaku. That's right, you're surprised, aren't you? I traveled 30,000 years through time with my Haokabari Kiluma potion. I had plans to have you join me to take care of a little nuisance, but it's all over now. Nuisance? You'll see soon enough what I mean. By the way, it's not too late. Just consider it. Join me. There's no way I'd join you. Why not? After all, I freed the robots from their slavery. You only did that to further your goals. Humans and robots should be able to live together in harmony. That's just wishful thinking, Astro. Remember President Rag? Recall what humans have done to robots. Those were the actions of other humans. I saved the robots from these humans. If you destroy me, history will just repeat itself. A kid like you cannot do anything by yourself. Earth requires a strong hand to guide it, my hand, under my rule. Enough, Sharaku. Hey, I'm not gonna fight you here. I've seen enough of your brute strength. Look up. It's coming, my nuisance. What? I am Desmath. I am the goddess of justice who shall pronounce all judgment on all robots. All robots, listen to me. Because of the conflict you have caused, this earth has become a wasteland. Deathmask will now pronounce judgment. Death. I will destroy all robots on Earth using Omniton. What is that? Even I have no idea. Because of that thing, when I try to change history, I always get the same result. Well, no matter. I believe I can transcend time by using a secret process. I will trace back time and look for a timeline where it won't get in the way. I will use the conflict between humans and robots to my advantage. Meanwhile, you can sleep here peacefully. Goodbye, Astro. Wait! Oh no, I feel my energy drained. No, it can't end like this. Why am I dying? Listen, sinful robots. I am Deathmask. Your sinful nature will be burned away by Death Mask. And that does it. It's got way heavy at the end there with Astro fucking dying, as well as all the other robots, but as I've already spoiled it, it's fine because we're gonna get another playthrough out of this. This is obviously the bad ending. In order to get the good ending, I've got to go through the game all over again. There's gonna be a couple of different features, a couple of different Omega Factors, and then there are some Omega Factors that I need to do a couple of little puzzles before I actually unlock the Omega Factor. So I'm gonna have to go through that, which is gonna be a little bit of fun. But like I said, when I go through it, I'm probably gonna just skip over all the stuff that's repeated, and then only go through the stuff that's actually new. But either way, all in all, this has been really fun. I had a lot of issues because I suck at these kinds of games. I don't know why I decided to play it, but I think I did pretty good for myself. I mean, I'm on normal. I probably should have played it on easy. Well, I don't know. If I played it on easy, it probably been way too easy. So, thankfully, I played it on normal, and it was relatively, difficult. There was some challenge there, but it wasn't impossible. The only thing that was really difficult was maybe Atlas was kind of tough. And then that like flying train thing that we had to fight, that was a bit annoying. Because it kept moving around and hitting us. Oh, look at that. A little something something. But we'll see about that next time. Stay fresh.